Southwest Airlines is grounding their DEI policies. This is Thursday, December 5th, 2024.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Hey, thanks for spending part of your Thursday here with the Texas Minute. If you're enjoying this daily podcast, I'd certainly appreciate you sharing it with your friends and family wherever they might be in the Lone Star State. Let's jump into today's news. The Grand Prairie Independent School District is firing their suspended Superintendent George Arredondo just 5 months after hiring him. This week, trustees voted 5-2 to terminate Arredondo's contract, quote, for the reasons discussed by the board in closed session, end quote. Yet parents and taxpayers in the district still don't know what those reasons are. Arredondo started as superintendent on July 1st, but he's been on paid administrative leave since September 4th. Specific reasons for suspension have never been publicly disclosed. The termination followed months of community complaints about Grand Prairie ISD trustees' lack of transparency surrounding his suspension. For his part, Arredondo has claimed in a federal lawsuit that he was wrongfully placed on leave and targeted for termination without being told the reasons. He also claims to have been the target of racial bias by the GPISD board president Amber Moffett and trustee Emily Lyles. A member of the Houston City Council wants to renegotiate the recently adopted labor contract with the city's firefighters union. At issue is a rule setting the clock for addressing firefighters' misconduct. Under the new contract, an investigation, indefinite suspension, or termination of a firefighter guilty of misconduct must happen within 6 months of the date of the incident. For other city employees, though, including the police, the 6 months start when the incident is reported. Councilmember Edward Pollard wants the language to be the same for the firefighters. Dallas-based Southwest Airlines has agreed to end all diversity, equity, and inclusion hiring practices following a federal civil rights complaint filed by America First Legal. In January, America First Legal filed complaints against 3 major airlines, Southwest, American, and United, alleging illegal racial and sex discrimination in the airline's hiring and promotion practices. This week, Southwest Airlines agreed to discontinue its DEI practices, including quotas, benchmarks, and hiring preferences. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
You might be surprised to learn Texas has forbidden the sale of lottery tickets online since the lottery was founded more than 30 years ago. But in 2020, the Lottery Commission changed its own rules to circumvent state law. In 2023, the Texas legislature instructed the Texas Lottery Commission again to stop online ticket sales. But not only has the state agency refused to enforce that directive, it's also allowing a company that administers a lottery in China to sell Texas's tickets. The Lottery Commission, like China's Lotto, uses a Malta-based company to handle online sales. 2 years ago, an international gambling syndicate rigged a Texas lottery game and won the $95 million jackpot. Part of that syndicate was based in Malta. The Lottery Commission has been criticized by the public and lawmakers alike for facilitating that win. You can find the details of all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Aaron Anderson, Charles Blaine, Brandon Waltons, and Daniel Greer. It was produced by Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the first news of the day for the Lone Star State. This has been the Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.